The Bold and the Beautiful. Finn prepares to battle Bill Spencer to save Luna and her baby. Everything is about to erupt. Tensions are reaching a boiling point on The Bold and the Beautiful, and at the center of it all is John Finn Finnegan, a man driven by duty, family, and deep sense of moral obligation. As the shocking truth about Luna Nozowa's survival emerges, and the twisted intentions of Bill Spencer are dragged into the light, Finn is forced to make a choice that may pit him against one of the most powerful, dangerous men in Los Angeles. The stakes are no longer just personal. They're life and death. For weeks, Bill Spencer has moved in the shadows, controlling the narrative, keeping secrets, and plotting his next move. He has one goal: eliminate the problem that Luna represents. And in his eyes, Luna is more than just a young woman with a scandalous past. She's a threat to his legacy, his son Will's future, and his carefully maintained image. She's carrying a child, and Bill believes that child has the potential to unravel everything. He's desperate, he's angry, and he's dangerous. The truth is, Bill Spencer has already crossed moral lines no one should ever cross. He pressured Lee Finnegan, Finn's own adoptive mother, to let Luna die, to abandon her in her most vulnerable moment. Lee, as cold and calculating as ever, considered the request. The very idea that a man like Bill would even suggest something so monstrous reveals just how dark his intentions have become. And now, he's turning his fury toward Luna again, this time, with threats that are even more terrifying. Bill has made it clear, if Luna won't terminate the pregnancy, he will, by any means necessary. That's not speculation. That's a terrifying promise that's been woven into his words, his glares, and his manipulation behind closed doors. He's implied he'll end the problem one way or another. Luna is trapped, frightened, and completely alone until now, because Finn is about to learn the truth. He's been kept in the dark for too long. But secrets like these don't stay buried, especially in The Bold and the Beautiful. Finn will soon receive the devastating update. Luna is alive, and she's carrying a child. His reaction won't be shock. It won't be hesitation. It will be action. Finn has already proven that he's not just a healer in the hospital, as a protector when it matters most. And while he may not condone all of Luna's choices, he will not allow her to become collateral damage in Bill's vendetta. She's family. And that baby is innocent. Whether or not Finn is the biological father is beside the point. In a world where families are torn apart daily by lies and betrayal, Finn understands what's truly at stake. A life is growing inside Luna. And no one, especially not a man like Bill, has the right to play God with it. That's where Sheila Sharp enters the equation. For all her history of manipulation and violence, this time, she may actually be on the right side. Sheila sees something Bill refuses to see. Luna is vulnerable. Luna is scared. And Luna's baby might be Sheila's only chance at a sliver of redemption. Sheila knows a child could change everything. Not just for Luna, but for her as well. She's desperate for a connection, for something pure. In her mind, this baby represents hope, a way to reconnect with family, to finally build something real. But she also knows Bill. She's watched him scheme and destroy. And she's terrified that he'll take this too far. Sheila can't afford to be passive anymore. Whatever trust she still holds with Finn is fragile, but she's willing to use it. She may be the one who alerts him or pulls him into the storm and forces him to face the horrifying truth. Whether she does it out of love, fear, or self-preservation, the result is the same. Finn will be mobilized. Now the battle lines are drawn. Finn versus Bill. One man trying to protect. One man trying to erase. Bill believes he's doing what's necessary. He sees Luna and the unborn child as a ticking time bomb that could blow up Will's future. He sees it as a stain on the Spencer name. He's already made moves to erase Luna from the picture, and if no one stops him, he'll follow through with ruthless precision. But Finn won't allow it. This is where the drama explodes. Finn, calm but fierce, will confront Bill. And when he does, it won't be with accusations, it'll be with cold, hard truth. Finn knows who Bill is. He knows what he's capable of. And he'll make it clear that he's not going to sit back and let Luna or her child become a casualty. The confrontation will be explosive. Finn will demand that Bill back off, that he respect Luna's autonomy, that he stop trying to control life and death like he's entitled to it. Bill will push back. He'll threaten. He'll intimidate. But Finn won't bend. What makes this even more volatile is the ripple effect. Lee, caught in the middle, may try to defend her past choices. She may side with Bill, arguing that Luna's presence only brings shame. But that won't sway Finn. He's learned to stand on his own, away from Lee's influence. And this time, he's standing for something that matters. Meanwhile, little Ready Fragile may find herself completely shaken by the war unfolding around her. But Finn will reassure her. He'll promise protection. He'll promise that no matter what she's done, she doesn't deserve to be hunted, bullied, or destroyed. And that baby will be born, no matter what it costs him. And what of Sheila? She may be the wild card here, the one person who could tip the scales. If she sees Bill getting closer to taking action, she might intervene in her own twisted way. She could go to the police. She could threaten Bill herself. She might even risk everything just to ensure that child is born safely. Because to Sheila, this might be her last shot at redemption. Still, nothing is simple in the bold and the beautiful. Bill is unpredictable. He's wealthy, powerful, and dangerous. Even if Finn confronts him, that doesn't mean Bill will back off. In fact, it might make him double down. He's not used to being challenged, especially not by someone he considers beneath him. This could lead to blackmail, to sabotage, to Bill digging deeper and finding ways to destroy Finn's credibility. Or worse, targeting his marriage with Steffi. He may threaten to expose secrets, manufacture lies, or manipulate allies. And with someone like Bill, there are always allies in the shadows. The only thing standing between Luna and destruction is Finn. And Finn is ready to fight. He won't just confront Bill. He'll rally support. He may bring in legal reinforcements. He might go to Ridge, to Steffi, to anyone willing to stand up for what's right. And this won't be a short-term battle. This is where a war for a woman's right to choose, for a child's right to be born, for justice in a world built on wealth and manipulation. And this is just the beginning. The longer Luna stays alive, the more Bill spirals. The more Sheila senses danger, the more unstable she becomes. And the more Finn steps in, the more he risks becoming a target himself. The bold and the beautiful thrives on high-stakes drama. This is the kind of storyline that shatters families, creates lifelong enemies, and changes characters forever. No one will come out of this unscathed. Luna may survive. The baby may be born. But the cost? It could be Finn's relationship, his peace, or even his freedom. So don't look away. Because Finn isn't just saving a life. He's taking a stand against the darkness that's been hiding in plain sight. And the fallout is going to be unforgettable. CH. The bold and the beautiful. Brooke's 7 words that could set Ridge off and ignite a new war after months of pleading, heartbreak, and longing. Brooke Logan finally got what she wanted, Ridge Forrester back by her side. But peace is fleeting in the bold and the beautiful, and a storm is already on the horizon. It won't take much to send this fragile reunion spiraling back into chaos. In fact, it may take just 7 words. I think Deacon could make Taylor happy. 7 harmless-sounding words. But for Ridge, they could land like a slap to the face. Let's rewind. Brooke has worked tirelessly to rebuild her connection with Ridge after his brief and dramatic reconnection with Taylor Hayes. The tug-of-war between Brooke and Taylor is nothing new. It's been the central axis of Ridge's romantic chaos for decades. One woman represents passion and unpredictability. The other, loyalty and steadiness, or at least the illusion of it. And now that Ridge has seemingly chosen Brooke once more, she's not about to let Taylor remain a looming threat. But the truth is, Taylor still lingers like a shadow over their future. She's single. She's emotionally available. And she's waiting. Ridge may have declared his love for Brooke today, but tomorrow, on The Bold and the Beautiful, everything can change in a heartbeat. Brooke knows this. Deep down, she's haunted by the idea that Ridge might drift again. That if Taylor so much as stumbles and looks vulnerable, Ridge will feel obligated to sweep in and play hero. Brooke's fear isn't irrational, it's rooted in decades of watching this exact scenario unfold. Again and again, Ridge flip-flops between the two women. It's a cycle that breaks hearts and builds ratings. So what's Brooke's move now that Taylor is once again a wild card? Push her towards someone else. Enter Deacon Sharp. It's a risky play, but one Brooke is increasingly leaning into. On one hand, it might seem like Brooke is simply trying to help Taylor find happiness. Maybe, in some small part of her heart, she is. But let's not pretend Brooke is acting solely out of generosity. If Taylor falls for another man, then she's off the playing field. No more late-night texts to Ridge. No more emotional heart-to-hearts. No more threats. And who better than Deacon to fill that role? Deacon, whose own marriage is crumbling under the weight of Sheila Carter's endless chaos. Deacon, who's already familiar with heartbreak and might just be ready for something real. Deacon, who's desperate to escape the vortex of drama that Luna Nozawa and Sheila have dragged him into. As Luna's scandal threatens to destroy Sheila's standing, and with it, Deacon might soon be looking for a reset. A new chapter. A new love. And Taylor, vulnerable but strong, could be exactly what Deacon needs. It's not just about keeping Taylor occupied. Brooke genuinely sees Deacon as a better fit for her rival than Ridge ever was. Sure, Deacon has a checkered past, but at least he's not trapped in a decades-long emotional triangle. At least he's not likely to leave Taylor hanging while he runs back to Brooke. There's potential there, real, transformative potential. That's why Brooke might find herself playing matchmaker, nudging them together, whispering encouragement, maybe even saying those fateful 7 words to Ridge in a moment of honesty or frustration. I think Deacon could make Taylor happy, but for Ridge, this crosses a line. Ridge doesn't trust Deacon. Never has. In his mind, Deacon is a predatory slick-talking con man who only brings pain. Ridge has tolerated Deacon's presence in Brooke's orbit for the sake of peace, but the idea of him getting involved with Taylor, that's a different matter entirely. Taylor is a woman Ridge still respects, maybe even still loves in some complicated way. The thought of her being vulnerable to Deacon's charm infuriates him. It doesn't matter that Ridge himself has hurt Taylor repeatedly. It doesn't matter that she deserves to move on. To Ridge, Deacon isn't a suitor, a threat. And this is where things begin to unravel. Brooke, determined to protect her relationship with Ridge, now finds herself defending Deacon, defending Taylor's right to move on, and challenging Ridge's knee-jerk instincts to control everyone around him. What started as a harmless comment becomes a philosophical divide. Should Taylor be free to explore a new romance? Or should Ridge continue to act as her emotional gatekeeper, even while married to someone else? It's a battle of wills, and neither side is backing down. The irony here is thick. Brooke wants Ridge to stay in his lane, to focus on their future. But his reaction proves he's still too emotionally entangled with Taylor to truly move on. That, more than anything, threatens to derail their marriage again. The more Ridge fixates on Deacon, the more it proves he hasn't closed the chapter on Taylor. And if he hasn't, then Brooke's worst fears are already coming true. Meanwhile, Taylor finds herself in an unexpected position. She's not playing games this time. She may genuinely be intrigued by Deacon's charm, his warmth, and his surprising vulnerability. She doesn't want to be Ridge's second choice anymore. She's tired of the cycle. If Deacon offers something real, something consistent, shouldn't she take it? Of course, this is The Bold and the Beautiful. No relationship moves forward without a minefield of drama. Deacon's ties to Sheila remain dangerous. Luna's ongoing chaos threatens to drag all of them into scandal. And Ridge. He won't stay silent. If Taylor and Deacon get serious, Ridge might intervene in explosive ways. Words will be said. Loyalties will be tested. And Brooke might find herself at the center of another emotional hurricane. Because the truth is, Ridge doesn't just hate Deacon. He fears him. Not for what he's done, but for what he represents. A future where Ridge is no longer the most important man in Taylor's life. A future where Brooke supports someone else's happiness more than his opinions. A future where Ridge can no longer control the narrative. That's the real threat. So now we wait. For the sparks to fly. For Ridge's temper to explode. For Taylor to make a choice. For Deacon to either rise to the occasion or fall back into old habits. For Brooke to stand her ground and face the consequences of her 7 bold words. The show may be called The Bold and the Beautiful, but make no mistake, things are about to get uglier than ever. And the fallout. It's coming fast. Stay tuned. The next chapter in this decades-long saga is already writing itself.